to Radical Simplicity. In this video, I will be discussing about the pros and cons of the much discussed gift city. Let's look at the pros of gift city. First, it has significant tax benefits. Now these tax benefits are divided into two parts. The first part is concerning the income of the fund manager or the asset manager. Usually in India, there is a GST of about 18% that is applicable on the income earned by the fund managers, which is also known as the management fee, which ranges between 1 or 2% of the fund corpus. But in gift, there is GST exemption on the management fee. Not just this, there's also no business income tax in gift city. Usually in India, the corporate business income tax that these fund managers have to pay is about 30%. So that's a big saving in gift city. In the second part, there's a major saving on the income earned out of a fund. Now funds usually earn incomes in two ways. One is capital gains, which is usually arising out of the sale of equity shares, and the other is interest income. Now this interest income is usually earned by debt funds, special situation funds, or what we call as private credit funds. This withholding tax of 10% is a big win for North American investors. Since India doesn't have a treaty with Cayman Islands, the withholding tax for such investors is 40% because North American investors usually prefer coming through Cayman. Now if they come through gift, their withholding tax directly reduces to 10%. Now one might argue that why not invest from Mauritius if it's 7.5%, which is much lesser than what gift is offering. The risk here is that of a poem. Now what this says is that if the brains of your company is in India, then the Indian government will ask you to pay taxes as per the Indian Income Tax Act, and the tax treaty benefit will no longer apply. But this risk is not there in gift, and that's the second poem benefit that the city offers. The third benefit is that of a green channel, which is the most convenient for funds investing in India. Now what this green channel offers is that once you set up your fund in gift city, you can start getting money from your LPs from day one. In India, you usually have to wait for about 6 months or so until your fund gets set up fully. And before it gets set up, you cannot accept your LP investor money. The fourth offering that the city has is the diversification norm for an AIF. Now, usually for an AIF, it cannot invest more than 25% of its fund corpus into one entity. But for accredited investors, which are investors who have a net worth of more than 7.5 crores, or an institution which has a net worth of more than 50 crores, if they invest into an AIF, then the AIF can only invest up to 50% of its corpus into an entity. But Gift City offers an AIF to invest 100% of its corpus into one entity. The other benefit that Gift has come up with is that foreign investors don't need a PAN registration. Neither do they have to file income tax returns, which they would otherwise have to do if they were investing directly into India without coming from Gift. And this of course makes the life of investors much easier because the processes otherwise take a lot of time. The other big benefit that Gift is offering is that it has single window clearance. That means that you don't have to run after different authorities such as the RBI, the SEBI, differently, or other bodies for your registration. You just have to go to the IFSCA and get your fund registered. Now, everything in life doesn't come that easy, so of course Gift City also has its own set of challenges, and the cons are only Cat 3 AIFs have the withholding tax benefit of 10% because Cat 1 and Cat 2 AIFs AIFs are pass-through in nature, which means that even if an investor is investing from abroad in India through a Cat 1 or Cat 2 fund, it will directly be discovered as a fact that it is investing into India, even though if it comes through gift, because that's what pass-through means. And therefore the tax benefit of 10% won't apply to such funds. Private funds won't benefit much in gift since they are close-ended, and Cat 3 AIFs are meant to be open-ended since they deal in listed securities. The other challenge in gift is that funds investing or investors investing in corporate bonds will require an FPI registration. While FPI registration is not really a disadvantage, but if it's done away with, it will be convenient for foreign investors since they're anyways coming from a regulated environment like gift. The problem comes in where the law says that one FPI investor cannot subscribe 100% to a corporate bond, and it needs at least 2 unrelated FPIs. Now this becomes a challenge because you sometimes cannot find other investors to bind in with you to invest into an entity, especially when the amounts involved are huge. On a lighter note, Gift City is also located in a dry state, so you cannot expect best of the world's talent to come and sit there and work in offices. But since there's no point risk, Gift City is also an advantage to many, but the infrastructure there yet remains to be built. In our other series, we will talk to the fund managers who have actually set up their bases in GIFT, some tax advisors who are advising different funds in GIFT, so stay tuned for more knowledge on GIFT. Till then, this is Radhika Bajoria, founder, Radically Yours.